Hello, this is Matrix. Welcome to Matrix Sports. We give you everything you need to know about sports. We give you all the latest news about sports. And we sometimes go into the archive and we bring you stories about your favorite sports personalities. So you can find us on Facebook, Matrix Sports. You can find us on Instagram, Sharif Matrix. You can find us on TikTok as well, Sharif Matrix. So today what we're going to do is to talk about Kalidou Koulibaly, the Napoli centre-back. The match talked about Napoli centre-back. His story, his experiences in life and all that. We're going to try as much as we can to summarize everything. So let's run into it. Whenever people ask Kalidou about racism, he goes like, until you experience it, you really can't know how it feels. Even if somebody tells you that, oh, this is how it feels, that is how it feels, you will only take it abstractly until you feel it or until you experience it. The feeling is pretty bad. The first time Kalidou experienced racism was a game against Lazio. Some few seasons ago. Every time he touched the ball, he would hear monkey noises. So he actually asked some of his teammates whether it was only him they were doing it to, because that was a strange feeling. So what happened was he asked himself, why are they doing that to him? Is it not okay to be black? Is it not normal to be a black guy? But during this same game, Kalidou, it got to a point that he felt insulted. He practically felt ashamed of himself. During the process, he felt really bad. So the referee actually ran to him and then told him he was with him. If he wasn't ready to continue the game, he should let him know. Kalidou actually felt that was a really bold move from the referee, and then he told the referee he can continue. But then the game was stopped and a 3-minute stop. An announcement was made at the stadium for the fans to stop. Racially abusing Kalidou. After 3 minutes, the game started and nothing stopped. The hooting and then the monkey noises continued. Kalidou really felt bad. So let's watch when the game was stopped and the announcement was made. Remember, this took place in 2016.
On va avoir lieu avec Koulibaly qui a essuyé aussi des chants racistes. Genre incroyable avec ses supporters de la Lazio. Et ce sera une balle à terre pour qu'on puisse reprendre le jeu. Et vous le voyez, vous le comprenez, pas besoin de traduire aussi ce qu'a entendu Koulibaly comme tout. Leur idole, Pipita. Allez, le jeu va pour...
So at the end of the game, Kalidou was walking to the tunnel. He was really angry. But then he remembered he promised a boy, a mascot boy, his jersey. So he then had to turn back, go to look for the mascot boy or the mascot. He held his hand and brought him to the pitch. Those, if you know mascot, yeah, you do know mascot. Sorry. So he went back to the stands, looked for the boy, and then gave out the jersey he had promised the boy. The boy then went like he's sorry for what had happened. Kalidou, this really affected Kalidou because he felt like this was a little boy apologizing for what? About 5,000 grown-ups. So that is the spirit of kids. Kalidou said. He says the world needs more of that. The world needs more of spirits of kids. And then he knows this is not only down to him alone or the blacks alone. Serbian players are called gypsies, and even Italian like Insegni is sometimes called a Neapolitan SHIT. I don't want to mention the name, and it's really bad. So he says mostly when things happen, clubs will just release statements, and then the next game it happens again. He's actually urged leagues to take stricter measures, like something that is happening in England. England, when you are found out or when you are caught racially abusing a player or racially abusing any sports personality, you are banned for life from any sporting activity. These are some of the measures, and then so this has made England's racial abuse gone down compared to other leagues. Then Kalidou always thinks that people see him just as a footballer. He thinks we should look beyond the footballer and see the man that he is. Kalidou grew up in Sendai, a town in France, actually. His father was a real French lumberjack. They do exist. Kalidou says his dad actually, before he became a lumberjack, he worked at a textile factory for 7 days a week, and he did that for 5 solid years. He worked every single day till he got enough money to be able to bring Kalidou's mother to France, and then eventually little Kalidou Koulibaly came around. The first time Kalidou visited Senegal, he was about 6 years old. When he got there, his mom introduced him to the family and other relatives. He was a little bit scared as he had never seen them before, but it went on well. He greeted everybody, and then he saw kids on the street playing without shoes or boots. Actually, this really got Kalidou upset, and he asked his mother. He actually told his mother, this was a story that came from his mom though. He actually told his mom to go to the shop and get every single kid shoes for football. It was kind of funny, but that is the kind heart I think Kalidou had even at that early stage. So mom actually told little Kalidou to also take off his boots and then join them on the field and play. Kalidou did just that, and that was how his dream for football started. Back in France, when they came back, Kalidou was playing in the park every single day. So in the park, because it was a town was full of immigrants. Sendai actually was a town full of immigrants, Tunisians, other Turkish and other immigrants. It was almost like every day was a World Cup, because Tunisia will play against Senegal, Turkey will play against Tunisia every single day. And then the community they lived in was this kind of community where everybody was the other person's brother or sister. He could go to his friends sometimes, and then because Kalidou didn't have a PlayStation, he could go to his friend sometimes to look for him to actually play some game. Then when he goes and then the friend is not in, his mom will actually invite little Kalidou in to sit and play the game, the PlayStation, until his friend comes in. I mean, anybody or any mom or any dad can call any kid and then send them to buy some groceries, and you can go to the next neighbor or next door to borrow salt or anything. That is how they were. So this is the kind of environment Kalidou grew up in. Black, white, Arab, or Africans, Christians, Muslims. Yes, they were all together, but in the end, they were all French. So then came World Cup 2002. They had school to go, but France was playing Senegal. Now, this was a really dicey situation for Kalidou and some of the kids. So they went to school thinking about the game, obviously. And what happened was, when it was time for the game, which was actually 2 p.m., the teacher told them to pick their textbooks and read. Obviously, they couldn't concentrate on the game. Or on the textbooks, I mean. They couldn't concentrate. So what happened was, in a few minutes time, the teacher actually took the TV remote, turned on the game, and then told everybody to keep quiet and then keep the secret between them. Keep the secret between them. And then Kalidou says that was like one of the most beautiful memories he's ever had, watching that game that day. Senegal won eventually. Everybody in the neighborhood was happy. And I mean, the Senegalese. I mean, they were so happy that other countries ended up joining them in jubilation. That is how much he liked football. So Kalidou goes like, let me quote this from from here. It says you can never buy friendship, family, and serenity. These are the most important things in life. Friends, family, and serenity. Kalidou actually thinks that those are the most important things in life you could ever get.